Hello. I have some spare time with myself or by myself now at home, and what I'm doing today is just a little review of what I have in my bowling arsenal. It's nothing anybody's asked for because no one really pays attention to this channel at sometimes. I'm fine with it. I'm just showing what I have. First up is my Storm 2-ball bag. I got this as a Christmas present. There's only one ball occupying it right now, which is the Proactive Storm Eraser PBT. I found it at a thrift store. Most of the bowling balls that I have in general are from thrift stores or garage sales because I can't afford new stuff. Light's bright. Yeah, I paid $5 for this one at the thrift store. Had to get new finger holes in it because whoever owned this last, either drilled it upside down from what I heard, complete opposite of what you should, or they were lefty. Because the way it is right here, and the thumb hole used to be right there, which is awkward, but yeah, I haven't used it recently because it's more set up like a plastic ball would be, where the span's a little closer, which is what puts it a little differently than the rest of my stuff. But yeah, this is a Storm Eraser. Put it over here. I think I have a total of 5 bowling balls. That's one of them. I have a DV8, the zombie Visiball plastic ball. I found that one at a thrift store for $9. I'm looking to get rid of it though because I found out after I bought it that it's kind of small for me. I usually throw around 15. I think one of my bowling balls is 16 pounds. So the Visiball was 11 pounds. When I felt it, I guess there's something wrong with my arm or something, because it felt like it was good weight. It felt like it was something like this. But then I brought it home, I measured it up on the scale, and yeah, it was too light. It was like, well, that sucks. I have sneaker balls I got baseball cleats and then bowling shoes, which is what I need sneaker balls for. Yeah, that's about it. I don't use the 2-ball bag much because I'm always using my big 3-ball bag. I got, this big 3-ball bag. I found it at a thrift store, or not a thrift store, but I got it at a garage sale. I think it was actually the week after state bowling last year, back in May. I think it was May 6th when I found this. Or no, the week after May 6th, whatever that was, the 13th or something like that. Yeah, I found it at a garage sale on a lake, actually, and this person was having a garage sale, and I found this bag, and it had 2 bowling balls in it, which I will get to those in a second here. The bag and the bowling balls, there was actually 3 bowling balls, but the one bowling ball was it was more of a women's ball, whereas the smaller finger holes, it was kind of I think it was a Brunswick Crown Jewel or something like that, which I ended up just donating to a thrift store because I don't have a purpose for that. So actually the story behind this bag, I know it might take a while to say that, but I found this bag at the thrift store, or I keep saying thrift store, I'm used to thrift store. No, I found it at the garage sale. They originally wanted $20 for it, but the woman said, she asked me if I was a bowler, and I told her, yeah, I just actually finished up with state, because this was the weekend after state was finished. Well, for me anyways, when I went to bowl down in Rochester. She said that she would give me the bag, actually, for $10 instead. And then there was also a pair of bowling shoes that she put in with it. There are these E-Tonic ones, kind of something like that with the skull on it. It says it back there, the E-Tonic, I think that's how it's pronounced, I don't know. Except I've had to retire them because they kind of got a little worn out. I've only used them for less than a month. But actually the bag and the shoes belonged to her husband, who actually passed away before the garage sale. So she was trying to get rid of it. I'm thinking as like she didn't want to hold on to it anymore because it just maybe reminded her of it. But I put this to good use. Like, I'm taking good care of it. I mean, I know I have it on my lap right now, but yeah, there's that. It's kind of a sad story, but so I ended up paying $12 for the bag, the 3 balls, and then the pair of shoes. I'm gonna take a look at this top pocket here where the shoes are first to show what I have in there. The first pair, well, it's actually my 3rd pair of shoes, if you want to think about it that way. Got some Strike Force shoes, like kind of it's almost like carpeting is what it feels like, but it actually, like, they're a little bit more breathable than some of the other ones I had, because these ones are kind of like a leatherish material, whereas these are just pretty good looking cloth or something like that. I don't know why I'd say cloth. It's something good. I've used these ones so far because I got them last Saturday. So there's that. They're really nice shoes. I like them. The one problem I had with my shoes was that when I'd bowl, I would like drag my right toe, because I'm a right-handed bowler, as some of my shorts would show. My toe would drag behind, which is what like caused this front tip of the part to wear out. I thought about getting a shoe slider, but then my mom said, oh, I should probably get new shoes. So I just ended up getting new shoes out of that. And that's basically it. I have 2 jerseys. One of them was from Etsy, I believe. This was one I originally ordered for State, but it did not end up showing up in time, so we just ended up with the jersey. But they actually gave us the refund for the jersey because it didn't show up in time that they said it was going to. So yeah, we ended up getting it for free. It's just kind of, I think it was either Etsy or Amazon, I can't remember, but yeah, it's got my name on it, and yeah, it's just kind of cool. That's just the back side. It's nothing really different on the back, but yeah, it's a nice jersey. I think I've worn it bowling a couple times. I mean, I usually don't like to wear a jersey in public because then it's like, I feel like I'm trying to act like I'm better than everyone, which I know I'm definitely not better than everyone. But when you're bowling in a place where it's like Friday night and everyone's just having a good time, and then I'm bowling, like sometimes I bowl 200s, then it's like, I might be better than some people, but who knows? Some people are good. This one's from State. This one, yeah, I got my name on the back. Kind of says Minnesota. Backwards. Yeah, and then like the Minnesota Youth Championship Bowling. I don't know why they call it championship. It was just a one-day thing, so it's not like there was a tournament or anything. And then it has the logo for the bowling alley that it was taking place at, which was Colonial Lanes in Rochester, which was pretty cool. Yeah, I got this one. I've bowled in it a couple times. I think one of my shorts I bowled with my one ball in particular. Oh, my one ball in particular. I was wearing this jersey. It's a nice jersey. I like the feel of these bowling jerseys. But yeah, there's that. I don't want to really go through all the stuff that I have, like accessory wise, but the main thing I like to use is just some simple Walmart brand Band-Aids. I think these are Walmart brand. They're like the Equate, or they're the cheaper Band-Aids. I usually put one on my thumb because recently I've had a callus growing here on my thumb, so yeah, it's not fun. And then I have some insert tapes. I have a step counter in here because I tried seeing how many steps I took when I was bowling, and I bowled like 10 games that day, so yeah, it was pretty, I think the most games I've bowled in a day is about, or like in a certain period of time, I think it was about 20, or maybe less, I don't know. There's been days where I've bowled 15. I've bowled 30 games in 2 days, which was insane, like the Friday night and then Saturday for leagues and whatnot. But yeah, I got a nice towel. This was the main one I used. It's from Mike's Pro Shop, actually. This was down in Arden Hills. That's where I got this one from. It is not clean at all. You can kind of see the center. I just like to fold it up into like that little square just to clean it up. Usually like this. This is the one I use when I'm actually bowling. And then this one, it's just a regular little cloth. It's nothing specifically made for bowling. But I use this one to clean off my bowling balls after I'm done bowling. You usually use the ball cleaner for that. Yeah, otherwise that's about it for that stuff. I also have a little fan that got bent. Just in case I get a little too hot when I'm bowling. I'm gonna need that for state because the last 2 years I had state, I came out hot, started good, and then once we got to like usually our teams at like 3 o'clock, it was not fun because the bowling alley gets very hot. Yeah, and then I got this little dice. It's like a little challenge dice. It's like you do it with your friends or whatnot. Like you can, like, oh, bowl left-handed or bowl your opposite hand or opposite style. Like I'd do two-handed, I guess. Two-handed though, it's not my forte. I'll tell you that right now. I know I'm talking about my arsenal a lot, but I'm just kind of going through the story because I usually just make all these shorts and do all that. And not actually talking about what I have. I have a couple thumb socks in here too, like just kind of something like that, like put it on your thumb. I'm not a big fan of these. I have 3, I want to say. One of them got a hole in it, and then it just kind of turned out to be chaos. It wasn't doing its job right, but that's all right. Yeah, I think it's about time we start looking at the bowling balls. The first one, hold on. It's an awkward position to be doing this. There we go. All right, let's take a look. Oh, that was that. Okay. First one. Let's start out with the one that's plastic. The good old Columbia 300 white dot. I take a German class. And I noticed that this ball is kind of like the German colors. You know, you got your black, your gold, and like your red. I call this my white dot aus Deutschland because that's what I like to call it. And if anybody doesn't speak German, that just means white dot from Germany. I could say like Weiss. I don't know what dot is in German. I didn't get that far yet. But if it was like white, Weiss, something, aus Deutschland. Or Auf. I think it's Aus. Yeah. I don't want to do Duolingo lessons in the middle of a ball. In the middle of a whole bowling thing here. But yeah, I got this one last fall, so I think it was September or August last year. So it was not this last August, but before that. So 2022, I got this. This was actually my first official bowling ball that got me well, I wouldn't say that, but it got me mostly kick-started into bowling. I would just bowl straight. I used to bowl with my dad's bowling ball, his old one. It's like a old Brunswick Maxim. It was kind of green and brownish. It was not, well, he has bigger fingers than I do. These ones aren't so big, but yeah, look at the way that's set up, which is kind of interesting. But that's just because it's the way my hands are. So it makes it good. This is a good spare ball. This is what I mainly use for that purpose. It used to just be the ball that I only owned because it was just for straight and whatnot. And then, yeah, that's basically the story behind this one. I actually got it in a deal at a pro shop, Mike's Pro Shop. That's where the towel was. That's where I got this from. It was like $100 something. This ball was $90, but like I got a bag and like shoes out of it, so that's that. I think we might as well talk about this next one, which is the Pro Reactive Hammer Arson. I can't show it any better than that, I guess. The logo's worn out. Good ball. I did have to get new finger inserts here because they were a little big. This was with the bowling bag. That's what originally came with it. This was the guy's ball, the guy who passed away that I was talking about, his wife. Yeah, this was his bowling ball. This was one of his. He has another one here too. So far, the best game I think I've bowled with it, I think it might have been a 234 with spare ball. But yeah, that's basically it behind this one. It's Pro Reactive. I think it came out in 2011 or 2012-ish. I think this was 2012, I believe. Yeah. So yeah, I got the little hammer that's right there. Where it says hammer is right there. It's a good ball. I like it because it seems lighter. It's around 15-ish pounds. Same with the white dot and the eraser. But yeah, I like this ball because, well, I like it for that reason. Like, it feels so nice when I'm holding it. And it's got pretty cool colors. Yeah, how I hold my bowling ball, I hold it like this with my pinky connected up to the middle and the ring finger. And then my pointer finger, I'll actually hold that out. I think you could probably see that in one of my shorts, honestly. Like the YouTube shorts, not the shorts that I'm wearing. But yeah, all jokes aside, it's a good ball. I really like it for how it is. Yeah. I feel like I can get my wrist around this one a lot better than the last ball, actually, that I would like to show, which is the good old Brunswick C-System Alpha Max. Solid, actually. This is my only solid ball that I have. I used to have a old Ebonite Euro urethane ball from like 1991. I found that at a thrift store that was actually my second ball after the white dot. I found that at a thrift store, the thrift store down in Pine City, actually, the Family Pathways. When I seen that said urethane, I was like, well, this was back when I didn't know too much about bowling. I was like, you know, I'm gonna get that. So I got it, and yeah, that was basically it. It was nice to have, but then I like thought to myself, you know, it's time I get rid of that ball. So I ended up getting rid of it. It was my only urethane ball, but I've been looking for something new. I've been checking Marketplace because, like I said, I don't have the money for a new ball. I thought about the New Blue Hammer because that's only like, yes, it's not urethane, but it is like exactly like urethane, but it's just not urethane. That's what I thought about. But yeah, no. So anyways, Brunswick got the nice little B there with the USB-C star and like the label on that. This was another ball that came with the bag from the garage sale, as long with the Arson. So you tell me, a Hammer Arson and a Brunswick C-System Alpha Max and a 3-ball bag with a pair of shoes for $12. Yes, I know what the story is behind it. I know she wanted to get rid of it. I would have, personally, if I was in that situation, I might have sold it for a little bit more because how, like, the sentimental value that it has, but I don't want to get too deep into that. It's a nice solid ball. It definitely hooks on the lanes a little bit more than my the Arson does, that's for sure. Yeah, otherwise it's a pretty good ball. It's just a little heavier, so I'm thinking it's more in like the 16-pound range. Like 16-pound or like upper 15 pounds. I'm just saying that. Yeah. And actually, when I went to Bram Lanes a couple months ago, I showed this to the guy who works there, and he said this was actually one of the first bowling balls that was designed to repel oil. So that means like it wouldn't keep oil. But he said, and it didn't really work out the best, but that's also because it was the first ball to be designed to do that. So I thought that was very interesting. But otherwise, I think this is a good ball. It's a good ball to use when like there's a little more oil on the lanes than I'd like to have. Whereas the Arson's kind of like when it gets drier. So then it can skid a little bit more. Whereas this is going to grab just slightly more than the Arson would. But yeah, and then the weight is right there kind of by the finger hole. So yeah, it's just same scenario. I always put the fingers in first. Make sure that pinky's there. Or sometimes I'll just set it out like this just to make sure my thumb fits in. If I have to readjust like the fingertips, I will before I bowl. And then yeah, put the pinky like that. Get it down. I can't show anything like that anymore. But yeah, no, it's another good ball. So yeah, when I have my 3-ball bag, actually, when I take that to leagues, because I have junior leagues on Saturdays. Well, not this weekend because I got plans. It's always these 3 bowling balls. Alright. Got the Arson, the white dot, and then the C-System Alpha Max. So basically that's all I've got. You know, this is a 20-minute video of me explaining my arsenal and basically all I have for bowling. So, yeah, that basically sums it up. So, I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video. I hope you guys learned some things, I guess. I don't know. But other than that, I'll see you next time.